In the back block back. And then our outside changed banjo. Remember, ladies, you're following him right on around the banjo position. And then forward, ladies, développé. And chassé, lady roll 3, left face to shadow. Ladies roll left to shadow. We're both gonna step through together. There's your first step. But now, ladies, from there, you're gonna turn left face to shadow, and he's gonna do his chassé. So she does 2 steps as he does his chassé, and we end up with in our shadow position, and we transition to a right foot free. Okay? But you gotta remember that you both gotta take that through step and then carry on from there, because if you don't take that through step, so we both have a right foot free. Remember, it's gonna be forward, side, back, and then we're gonna do twice, so 2 measures, back, side, forward, 2 measures. And then it's a forward, band chassé, lady roll 3 to banjo. So she's gonna roll 3 steps, right face to banjo, and he's gonna step through and chassé 1, 2, and 3. And we're there. That's your transition back. Fellas, 2 weight changes. You're in a closed position. You're gonna step back with your left foot. You're turning right face. So it's back, turn, and face diagonal line and center. 2 weight changes, hesitation change. And then from there, it's telemark to semi, in and out runs. Whiplash to banjo. It's a whiplash, you're gonna both step through. You're both gonna ronde or fan or flare fan the foot and point it. So it's 1, 2, and in this particular case, we're going to banjo. It's kind of like a pickup, but not exactly.
Step called again?
Pardon?
That's a whiplash?
Whiplash, yes. Whiplash. So you're in semi-closed position, and if we were to do a normal whiplash, we would step through together. We would fan the foot, and he would bring me to a closed position, diagonal line and dancing wall. So it's kind of like a half a pickup, but not exactly. Okay? You want to end up on the diagonal line and dancing wall. So a regular whiplash is 1, 2. But this one is going to banjo, whiplash to banjo. 1, 2. So instead of being enclosed, we're ending up in banjo, so I'm stepping outside of him. So we just did our through chassé to semi and a through face close. Hover, telemark. Confusing cue to a lot of people. Remember that hover means you're going to rise and you're going to recover with your feet separated out. Normally goes to semi, but it doesn't have to. So hover, telemark is a dual cue. The men are doing a forward moving hover, and he's leading the ladies into a telemarking action on the second beat. So we're starting out forward like a hover. He's doing side and forward like a hover, except instead of just staying in that closed position, he's going to take that side and forward step with an upper body rotation, which is going to create my telemark right there. I just did my little telemark. I spun into a semi-closed position, and then we both stayed out to a semi-closed position. So a hover telemark does not change travel direction. A hover changes travel direction by 1/4. Because if we do a standard hover, he starts facing diagonal line and wall, but we're going to rise up and we're going to turn, and we end up facing diagonal line and center. So our travel direction changes by 1/4 to the left. But a hover telemark, wherever the man is facing, when he starts it, he will be still facing there when he ends it. So when he does his hover telemark, it's forward, forward, rise, rotate, and step out to semi-closed. And that's your hover telemark.
You do it on the sides like this.
Okay. So you're in a closed position. And you start out like a normal hover here. He's going to step side and forward like a normal hover, except upper body rotation, and step out to center. Pick up. Okay, actually, slow side lock. You're going to both step through. He's going to rotate his upper body to the left, bringing the ladies in front. As he takes a side and forward step, she takes a side and back step. And then you both continue rotation, lock. So you're locking on the last step.
Is that in a closed now or banjo?
Closed position. Yeah, closed position when you end it. Normally we'll end up diagonal line and center-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. So slow side lock. 1, 2, 3. Ends up on the toes in a locked position, or almost in like a whisked position. Okay. And you've got a lead foot free, so when you lower back down, you should be lowering back down with a lead foot free for whatever comes next. Open, reverse, turn. Open, reverse, turn. Reverse means left face turn. Open means feet are not going to close, and you're going to, mostly that's what it means, is the feet are not going to be closed. They're going to be open. Okay? So an open reverse turn is 1, 2, 3. Anybody recognize that?
First measure of a diamond.
First 3 steps of a diamond turn. So that's got a name, and it's called open reverse turn. Always ends in banjo. Okay. no heel turns, no closing steps, open. So 1, 2, 3. Turns approximately a quarter, open reverse. And then we're going to do a hover corte. So we're going to continue that left face rotation. He's going to turn halfway around. He's going to step back, continue turn, side and rise, recover back, and we're in banjo position. And he's turned halfway around. And that's our hover corte. Okay. So the open reverse turns approximately a quarter, and the hover corte turns half. So our open reverse turns a quarter, hover corte, 1, 2, 3. So the hover corte, hover up in the center. It has that rising action. And then we're going to do a back and chasse to sidecar. Back, chasse to sidecar. Okay. You're doing the last half of the box, turning a quarter. So when you do a box finish, it's back, side, close your feet. And you're turning that quarter turn. Open finish, same action, excepting that you're going to leave your feet open and you're going to end up in banjo. Open a lot of times means banjo, and I'm not sure why. I have never figured out why.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Oh, the word open means banjo.
Because sometimes closed means banjo too.
And closed means banjo sometimes too. So I've never figured out why they use the word open for banjo and closed for banjo.
Why don't they call it a feather finish?
Because when it was written years ago, they were under the impression that you could not do feathers in waltzes. So they wanted to do a feather finish, but they couldn't do a feather in a waltz, so they did a feather finish. So it could be cute as a feather finish, because in foxtrot it would be a feather finish. But in waltz, it's called open finish, back, side, forward to banjo, quarter turn, just like a box finish, except that you end up in that banjo position. So open finish, back, side, forward to banjo.